I'm doing this outside because you know, when I thought about doing it outside, I didn't want to. I was resistant to it. Yeah, I guess it's a little uncomfortable because other people could hear what I'm saying. I'm worried about judgment, maybe. Yeah, definitely. And I don't really have much to say today. I guess went camping this weekend, so that was really cool. Hung out with a bunch of people I haven't seen in a long time. And just did a lot of different, like mushrooms and MDA and a few other things. It was a good time though, yeah. It was fun. I can't wait till next year. And yeah, I got to meet a lot of good people. And yeah, it was really cool. Thinking I'm gonna try to quit smoking today. You know, I've just been having a lot of lung problems, and it feels like I have a cold that I can't kick. So at least I gotta stop for a little while. And I've been kicking around the idea of using rituals to control addictions, and I sort of hit a dead end in this way that, it was really easy to use a ritual to create a new habit. Like, you create a ritual and do it every day. And after a couple of months, it's sort of almost automatic. I mean, you still got to do it. But as long as you do it every day, it gets easier and easier to stick with, basically. And but in reverse, I couldn't figure out how to, like, break a habit with it. Although this guy Eric I met, he had a good idea. He said that, well, he was going to quit smoking, and I told him an idea I had, and he said, well, he would use a ritual to create a new habit, sort of to replace the cigarette habit, right? And then when he had a real bad craving, he would do this, whatever the ritual is that he came up with, and that seemed like a pretty good idea. So I think I'll like, use his idea and see if it works, and we'll see how it goes, and yeah, I didn't film anything while I was camping. It's really, I guess it's just that I didn't want to do it in front of all my friends, and, like, I don't know, I just wanted to relax and have a good time and not stress about it. Although it's not really too stressful, but I still have a lot of resistance to doing it, especially, like, I didn't do it for a few days, and I didn't want to do it when I got back. And yeah, I mean, it's not bad, really. There's still, I don't quite want to do it either. It's not really comfortable either. I think it's going to take a while. I'm hoping I can get to where I actually enjoy it, I don't know if I should wait that long to, like, do other things. I mean, I guess I should try several angles at once, but I'm trying to avoid, like, having it be too mentally stressful, I tried to diminish my ego once before using suffering, and I didn't use for a year. I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I didn't like, I just ate vegetables and meat without, like, no seasonings or nothing. I no condiments, and yeah, I would fast a lot and stuff like that, and it did work. It did diminish my ego to some degree, but also it created some ego. You have to be careful with this stuff, it caused me to start to think I was better than other people, and it caused me to think that, like I really didn't understand, like somebody's fat, or addicted. I was like, well, why don't you just put down the cupcake and do some exercise? Like, everybody knows that's how you do it. I really genuinely didn't understand why they didn't do it, despite being an addict for, like, fucking 20 years before that. Like, it warped my mind sort of from within inside it, and I couldn't see it until after I stopped. And so it's an effective suffering. It's an effective lever, but it's a dangerous one. I think this sort of embarrassment, humiliation lever is pretty dangerous too, and I'm trying to be careful with it and do it sort of in a way that I can get through it without, a downward spiral or some kind of fucked up shit happening, or I don't know. I want to find something that'll work, and not just for me, but for everyone. Feels like we're all the same, just about in this one respect at least. And yeah, if something worked for me, it would certainly work for other people. Yeah, although I suppose not many people would want to do this when you tell them the solution. It's almost worse than the problem. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll play out in video well, and then people can decide for themselves, And either way, I think it's a good experiment to do. I think it'll be good for me to get outside my comfort zone and do all this stuff. I don't really think it'll change who I am. Like, I'll be the same person and everything. My personality will probably be different. I'll be hopefully more compassionate and more empathetic and understand other people a lot better. It's just, I think, the main thing that's going to happen. I'll have less judgment, and yeah, that's a hard thing to knock back, honestly. It's I understand logically how terrible it is to always be judging, but judgments just pop into my mind, when I see something or someone. I try to correct and be like, no, you really don't know this person, you don't know, but they still are there, and yeah, I think, anyhow, we'll see what happens. I gotta come up with some ideas. I had a brainstorm. So yeah, I gotta keep doing this every day, or most days anyway. We'll see.